After Set struck down his brother Osiris, he absorbed his power, then sat upon the throne, believing Egypt had fallen under his rule. But one who tastes blood never knows satiation, and one who touches a single crown will strive to claim the throne, the heavens, and the world beyond. Ra, the sun god, lord of the day, and captain of the solar bark on its eternal voyage across the sky. He was the symbol of order and truth, and as I watched over everything, yet he did not see the treachery hidden in Set's heart. Set stood before Ra, feigning loyalty. In a calm voice concealing betrayal, he said, "My lord Ra, Osiris broke the oath. He sought to cast you from your eternal throne. I only preserved the balance by killing him." Ra, in his wisdom and dignity, did not doubt. He did not know that Osiris's blood was still fresh upon Set's hands. But the truth was darker still. When Set drove the blade of treachery into his brother's chest, he did not merely steal his life. He absorbed part of his power. The spirit of Osiris, god of fertility and rebirth, mingled with the spirit of chaos, making Set far greater than ever before. And then came a day never to be forgotten. As Ra guided his sun bark through the river of stars, Apophis, the eternal serpent, emerged to devour the sun as he always had. But this time, Ra did not face his eternal foe alone. Set emerged from the shadows. Set shouted, "Old One, your age of light is over. Today you fall, as Osiris fell before you." Ra gasped, "Set, it was you behind it all." Without waiting, Set surged forward like a storm. The heavens split in two. On one side, the blazing sunfire wielded by Ra's golden blade. On the other, black torrents of shadow swirling around Set like raging waves. Apophis swallowed half the sun, and the sky became half day, half night. The earth trembled, mountains screamed, temples cracked, for the war of light and darkness was no longer hidden, but raged in the heart of the heavens themselves. Ra fought valiantly. His strikes flashed like lightning. His voice shook the cosmos. But Set, swollen with Osiris's stolen strength, was more than Ra had ever faced. And in a moment of treachery, while Ra struggled against Apophis, Set struck from behind, plunging the blade of shadows into the sun god's chest. Ra fell to his knees, the light fading from his eyes. In that final moment, Horus appeared, his gaze burning with fury. "Za spoke, the light has not yet perished. Take it, Horus. The sun will not die as long as there is an air." A golden ray burst from Ra's chest, fusing into Horus's heart. Then, "Za kolap, lie fell." Half the sky drowned in darkness. The other half wavered between life and death. Horus, now carrying his father's light, stood before his uncle Set and declared, "I will never bow to you, murderer of my father, my mother, and my kin." They clashed. Every strike of Set shook the earth. Every strike of Horus ignited the sky. But the difference was clear. Set's power was overwhelming, swollen by Osiris's essence and Ra's fall. Isis, mother of Horus, knew this battle was madness. She rushed to her son amid the flames and whispered, "Go, my child, there is a hidden power buried in an ancient tomb. Only can make you Set's equal." Horus hesitated but obeyed. He escaped, yet Isis did not follow. Set's fury was unbound when he saw Horus flee. He turned upon Isis. "You have always been an obstacle, sister. Today you fall." Isis resisted with her magic, but Set had surpassed every force known before. He struck her mercilessly, drained her strength, and she fell lifeless. And Nephthys, their other sister, tried to defend her, but met the same fate. With each goddess slain, Set grew stronger, as if devouring their souls one by one. Not content with dominion over earth and sky, Set sought to conquer the realm of the dead. He descended to where Anubis, lord of embalming and guardian of the gates, stood watch. They clashed long and bitterly. Anubis summoned legions of the dead. Set countered with storms of chaos. In the end, Set betrayed him, driving his black talons into Anubis's heart and stealing his strength. With Anubis fallen, Set became master of life and death alike. Still, Set was unsatisfied. He approached the eternal serpent Apophis, as if to challenge him. But his plan was darker still. He said, "I am chaos, you are annihilation. What if we become one?" Apophis did not refuse. In a moment of shadow, they fused. Set became a monstrous abomination, half god, half serpent, black fire blazing from his eyes. The heavens blackened utterly. No light remained, save a faint glow within Horus, the heir of the sun. Guided by the fading spark of Ra's power within him, Horus ventured into the desert's darkness. He reached a colossal tomb carved into the mountain's heart, its gates engraved with hieroglyphs warning. Who enters here faces merciless death, yet who survives shall behold the secret of the gods. The stone passage. At the first step, walls began to close. Massive stones fell from above. Horus leapt on his wings, dodging the crushing weight. Spears of shadow. From the walls, black spears shot forth, thirsting for blood. Horus shone Ra's light, slowing them just enough to pass through. At the tomb's heart, a lake of boiling blood stretched before him, broken by crumbling stone bridges. Every step conjured an illusion. Phantoms of Set's warriors attacked. Each blow Horus struck rebounded on him, testing not his might, but his endurance. At last, he crossed, the blood still seething behind him. He reached a vast chamber with a towering stone gate carved with the sun, moon, and stars. Before it stood a colossal statue with the head of a falcon, Horus's own symbol. The statue spoke in a deep voice. "If you wish to pass, prove yourself worthy." Horus was forced to face his shadow, his darkest reflection, carrying all his doubts and fears. It was a battle of spirit, not steel. But recalling the words of Isis and Ra, Horus drew upon their light. With a final strike, he shattered the reflection. The gate opened. Beyond lay a hall of light and shadow, golden black walls glittering with starlight. Suddenly, mighty figures appeared. Ta, creator of the world by word. Thoth, lord of wisdom and writing. Hathor, goddess of love and joy. Sekhmet, goddess of war and destruction. And others, spectral forms bound by chains of ancient light. But the truth was shocking. The hidden power was no sword, no treasure. It was the gods themselves, imprisoned in this place since ages long forgotten. A secret none had known, until now. Apophis devoured half the sun. Ra, Isis, Nephthys, even Anubis had fallen. Set was no longer a god. He was a walking catastrophe. Yet the tale was not finished. For evil, no matter how great, cannot endure forever. And as Horus stood before a secret beyond his comprehension, other powers stirred. Ancient gods long forgotten would rise again, heralding a war from which none could escape. And thus, the fate of the cosmos stood upon the edge of a war unlike any before. The epic was far from over, it had only just begun.